And welcome back, everybody, to another podcast on We Talk Film. I am your host, Barry, joined as always by Clayton.
Hello, hello.
And today we have a special guest, and we're also talking about a couple things. TV show and obviously Mario.
TV show and Mario. Oh, well.
TV show and Mario.
Today, we're getting into the Super Mario Bros. Movie and then the latest episode of The Mandalorian. But we are joined by a very special guest today, aren't we, Barry?
Yes, we are. So today we are joined by the great Ben Vanleen.
Thank you very much. Sup, guys. Sup.
Hey, Ben. Welcome to the podcast. Welcome.
Thank you.
Wannabe Joe Rogan fan, so that's why he's on the podcast.
Yeah,
we like Joe Rogan.
Podcast. Facts. Yep.
That's our job. Our job is to overthrow Joe Rogan.
True, we can do that.
I mean, what are we on Apple as of now? Are we still 124 or are we higher?
I don't even think that email was from a real person, if I'm honest.
God damn it. I wish it was.
It's still really funny, though. In our hearts, we are the 124th best podcast in Australia.
Yeah.
Just believe.
So, before we get into Mario, Barry, do you want to issue a spoiler warning?
Spoiler warning. That is spoiler warning.
He got to press the button. I like pressing the button.
I got to press the button. It's always the button.
It's a funny little button. Ben, did you like our button?
It is a funny little button.
I love the button.
That's all right. I've got more buttons because today we're talking about the Super Mario Bros.
It's me, a Mario.
That's Chris Pratt.
Oh man. Super Mario Bros. Movie. Before we start talking to this, we're going to issue a warning that Barry hasn't actually seen the movie. Whoa. We need like a reaction one.
A quick description of someone watching it, and also a small little 1 minute animation of basically the summary of it.
That's good enough. That's
and
all
I've
right.
played the games. I've played the games. I know what it's about.
He knows Mario. Have you seen the original?
I know Mario.
The 1993 Super Mario Bros. Movie?
A very long time ago. I was wanting to rewatch it before we did the podcast, but didn't have time. So
Ben, have you seen that one?
I have not.
You have to watch it. I have it on DVD. I will lend it to you. You have to watch it. It's so good. It's unironically one of my favorite movies of all time. So coming into this, I was excited to see more of that, and obviously I got nothing like that movie. This movie was completely different. This movie was actually good for a start.
Oh my word. Incredible.
But yeah, let's get straight into it.
So I'll let you boys take it away because I'll be staying back until the end of it and just asking the odd question every now and again. My thoughts was that it was amazing. It was the best film ever made. I already give it a 10 out of 10, Oscar worthy, picture of the year.
Yep. That's really funny because it might get nominated for an Oscar.
Yeah, I saw that. I've seen the music video. I watched the music video.
That was
Jack
incredible.
singing the song. Yeah.
Oh, Ben, we usually get our guests to kick us off with the opening thoughts about the movie. Why don't you take it away? Tell us what you thought.
For sure. I thought it was incredible, honestly. Animated movies, always a big fan, normally. And this one did not disappoint. Incredible performances by Chris Pratt. Just, wow. And Jack Black, honestly. Really got into their roles. Just, oh my word. Yes, and you can tell the dedication. Honestly, just superb. I thought it was just entertaining.
Kingdom, here we come.
Bro's really got all the buttons today. No, I completely agree with everything Ben said. And I feel like Barry, even though he hasn't seen the movie, you'll kind of know exactly what this movie is just from us talking about it. There isn't anything really surprising in it other than it was enjoyable, very, very safe. It played the story very safe. They didn't really take any risks with that. But it was a really enjoyable, good little fun, animated movie.
Yep.
Okay. So does it follow more towards a certain game or something like that, or is it just the overall structure of Mario and how it's always been?
It was more of everything smashed into one. I mean,
yeah.
Well, hang on. So there was a connection to the original movie because they end up in Mario Land the exact same way. There's a portal under the Brooklyn sewers that they get sucked into. It's pretty much identical to the 1993 movie in that regard.
Yep.
And then it isn't. But yeah, no, if it kind of follows the games. Peach doesn't get kidnapped in it. Luigi gets kidnapped. I don't know if you saw that.
Yeah. I kind of saw that in the trailers. So I was
Yeah.
just like, oh, but I thought Peach would still get kidnapped though.
No,
But obviously
Peach
not,
just kinda-
because that's a bad thing to do to put on film these days.
No, I didn't mind it. It allowed for them to do the kind of Luigi's Mansion homage that they kind of went with Luigi.
True.
And Peach kind of came
did he
into her
hunt some
own.
ghosts? Did he hunt some ghosts? That's what I want to know. Did Luigi hunt ghosts?
They hinted at it.
They
played the theme. He got chased by the dry bone skeletons. And then, he got kidnapped by Bowser. So it was a little spooky segment for about 2-3 minutes in the movie that was kind of playing into it. It was really good.
All right, now I have to see it just for that sequence.
Oh, okay. No, you should watch it. It's a good movie. Unironically, one of my favorite movies of the year, I'd say.
It is. Top 10 easy.
I don't think I've seen 10 movies this year.
Neither have I. But I'm going to put it in my top 10 already, okay? Let me
He's
have my
preparing
fun.
himself.
Yeah.
Okay, so what about the performances? So how good was Chris Pratt as Mario, or bad? Whichever way.
It wasn't bad or good. It was perfect. It wasn't incredible, Oscar winning, but it was it worked for what it needed to do. It was entertaining, but it wasn't Oscar worthy. But I don't think it needed to be Oscar worthy. It was just fun and entertaining.
Yeah, well, that's the whole point of these films, really, is just to be fun and entertaining, and mainly to get the kids watching. So
yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Well, when I came into it, because I was coming into it thinking that everyone sounded great except for Chris Pratt. He was the only one that I was kind of unsure of. And then watching the movie, you forget it's Chris Pratt straight away. You're like, this is Mario. It just works.
True, yeah.
You're in that's Mario. It sounds like Mario. He's not as over the top and stereotypical. And Charles Martinet is in the movie.
That? Mario.
Yeah, no.
Not depressed.
He's not like that. He's just kind of more Brooklyn with it.
Okay.
But it fits.
Yep.
It just works.
It does fit. Yeah, it does.
They were right. Yeah, it just works. They were right. They said, trust us. And we were like, no, that's stupid. And we should have, because no one has complained about it. It's good. It's Mario. And the other performances in it are Charlie Day as Luigi. Just as good.
Yes.
He was awesome. He was so funny in this.
Charlie Day's as good at anything he does, if we're being honest.
Who else? Anya Taylor-Joy as Peach. She fits. It works. Peach was kind of Peach in this.
Well, that's the thing. How much of Peach was there? Because even in the trailers and stuff like that, it seems like she wasn't really a big part of it.
Not really. She was mostly there to tell Mario how to do stuff. She was more there for exposition's sake. But I mean, she did do some cool stuff. She broke free of Bowser at the end when everyone was captured. At the very end, she broke free and did a little bit of fighting. She did a little bit of driving and stuff. But no, not much. Yeah, which I mean is fair enough. Peach did nothing in the game. She gets kidnapped and then you don't see her for 30 hours until you save her.
True.
I'm all right with what they did with her.
Yeah, and we also had Seth Rogen as Donkey Kong. So how did that scene work out? Because I've already seen the trailer for it and I was just like, oh great, here we go, Seth Rogen, just gonna be Seth Rogen voice as Donkey Kong. And is it literally the Seth Rogen as Donkey Kong?
Yeah, but it works.
Yeah,
I'll tell you, man.
It works.
Yeah.
It's so funny.
So when I see Seth Rogen on the streets, I'm gonna call him Donkey Kong from now on. Okay?
Yeah.
You should.
You have to watch it. He gets up there, he'll punch Mario and he'll be like, he does his laugh. Yeah, it's so good. It's so funny. Oh man, and Jack Black,
and we also had
Bowser.
Black. Yes,
the lead performance. Is honestly incredible. That was Oscar worthy. It was Oscar worthy.
Talk about him as much.
Yeah,
as
a lot of people were saying was like, really good. Go on, Ben. We need more conversation. How good was Jack Black as Bowser?
Jack Black was amazing. I mean, did you not see the music video? He just name one other actor, okay, that is gonna make a music video about a song that he sings in an animated movie. Okay, Jack Black is perfect for this role, and wow, he's just born to play it. Okay, I can't say enough to describe how perfect he was. It was just incredible, and the song still brings me tears. So. Yeah, amazing.
So Jack Black is Bowser from now on. No one else.
He stole the show. He stole the show.
We need a solo movie.
Okay. Yeah, every scene with Bowser in this was awesome. He's so funny because all he wants is to marry Peach, and he's so insecure about the fact that he only wants to beat up Mario because he's with Peach, like hanging out with her, and he gets really mad. It's so funny. It's like in Spaceballs when the guy walks in and he's playing with the dolls in the Lord Helmet. That's exactly how Bowser. That's what Bowser reminds me of in this movie is Dark Helmet from Spaceballs. He's the best character in this movie by far, and I just wanted so much more of him. I want a Bowser spin-off, man.
Yeah, we need a solo movie. That's what I've been saying, man.
A solo movie.
We can all direct it. Yeah,
a rom-com?
3 directors co-directing. Oh my word, a rom-com between him and Mario. Okay, change it up. Change it up.
Oh my god!
What? Yeah,
what?
No, so funny.
Okay, so what's like the total or the story for it? So like, where does it begin? How does it end? Somehow they put Mario Kart in there as well. How do we get to that?
Okay, so basically it starts off with Mario and Luigi chilling in Brooklyn. They have a family in this. You get to meet their like extended Italian family in a dinner scene that's really funny.
Apparently their dad's the actual guy that voiced Mario for like the past 50 years.
No, Charles Martin. He wasn't a dad. He was another.
No, he was both. He was both.
Oh, was he?
Yeah, he was both.
Well, I've got it here.
Played both.
Okay.
Yeah. He played both.
I didn't pick that.
He played both.
Oh yeah, no, okay. His dad was Mario, but yeah, they have a family. They're running a plumbing business, but their Italian family doesn't approve of it. They're like, "Oh, get a real job." It's really funny.
Relatable.
Yeah. So Mario and Luigi go out to do their first plumbing gig because they put out this advertisement and then everybody hates it. So they get this one job for this rich couple, and in doing so, I think Luigi pisses off a dog that works there. The dog tries to like eat them. So they end up accidentally bursting the pipes and flooding Manhattan.
Oh my god!
So that happens, and then that leads to them going to fix it. And in doing so, they end up in the sewers, and they end up. Luigi gets sucked into this mysterious green pipe, and Mario's like, "Hey, what's this green pipe?" And then he goes into the green pipe, and then they get sucked into it, like that one scene in Thor Ragnarok where they get sucked up to Asgard. It's exactly like that, where they get split off and separated. Luigi ends up in the spooky, scary Luigi's Mansion Bowser lands, and Mario gets shot right out into the mushrooms. You saw the scene in the trailer where he lands.
Yes,
that's where we come in. He meets Toad. Luigi gets captured. Mario and Toad, Toad is Keegan-Michael Key. He was really good in this too. He was another stellar performance. He was really funny.
Toad. Is it that type of voice, or is it just him being like, "Hey guys, I'm Toad"?
No, he puts on that voice, but there is another Toad that has a really deep voice, and it's really funny. But yeah. So Mario ends up at the castle. He meets Princess Peach. Peach teaches him how to use power-ups and how to jump around, and they do this really cool, like a Mario Maker level. That's pretty funny.
Yep.
So yeah, they get power-ups, and then they have to go speak to Donkey Kong so they can get the Kongs in to go fight Bowser's army.
Okay.
Right?
And does it have all the Kongs?
Yes. They are all in this.
Oh my god. They've got all of them. Okay.
Cranky Kong sounds like Gilbert Gottfried, I will say.
Probably is.
No, it's not. He's dead, but
Oh, damn. I was gonna say maybe they got like voice recordings or something like that.
It's like someone doing an impression of him. But yeah, so they are, in order to get to the Donkey Kong land, they have to take a cart. And this one Donkey Kong dude who's wearing this white jacket and sunglasses drives them along while Take On Me starts playing. I will say, the needle drops in this movie are pretty damn good. It's just full of 80s music and Mario songs, and it works.
That's great.
It does work. It does work.
It works. What are your thoughts up until this point, Ben? Anything you wanted to add to that?
Honestly, it's just an enjoyable movie. I think it works perfectly. Like, it flows really nice. There are no big bumps in the road, no big issues with it, and it's a seamless, entertaining movie. It's just solid.
It just works.
It does. It just works. It just works perfectly.
It just works.
Like, you can't complain about anything besides the critics, which apparently can complain about a lot.
Yeah.
But,
Did you see
that?
It
has like cares about critics anymore.
It has like a 50% critic review and like a 90% audience review.
I don't even know what. Yeah. Like, what were they complaining about?
I don't know, man.
Just critics, man. They're just going to complain about something. Yeah, so it's currently on Rotten Tomatoes at 58% by critics and then 96% by audience score.
Oh my word.
What
a ratio.
That's ridiculous.
What a ratio.
Yep.
Yeah. So anyway, Mario ends up at the Donkey Kong land with Toad and Peach. The three of them go on a journey. They meet Cranky Kong first. Donkey Kong doesn't show up yet. But in order for the Donkey Kongs to work with Mario and the Toadstool Kingdom, the Mushroom Kingdom, Mario has to fight Donkey Kong in an arena. And
Oh my god.
when he steps out and it's clearly just Seth Rogen just messing around. Oh,
Is it like the whole like barrel thing? Like he's just like, throwing the barrels at him?
He does do that, but yeah, it's more of a straight up fight. Donkey Kong just beats the shit out of Mario in this scene. It's really funny. And then Mario eventually bests him. And that's where we get to the Mario Kart segment, because they're going to ambush Bowser on the they're going to go take the fight to Bowser. So they all get these go-karts. They make their karts from the game. Toad gets this like monster truck. That's pretty funny. It's like this lowrider monster truck. And they head out on the Rainbow Road, where Bowser ambushes them because he's got spies, and they have this
my god.
Mario Kart battle on the road. There's shells
is
getting
Bowser
thrown.
in his own cart as well?
Bowser's not there yet. This is
that's a
I
shame.
think when Bowser's singing his song. At least so he's just in his castle.
Yep.
Singing
a song about Peach.
Every now and then it just cuts back to Bowser.
I love your ass, Peach. I love your ass.
It just cuts back to to Bowser, and he's just doing something stupid. Like it'll cut back and he'll be like role playing him and Peach, but Peach is just a Koopa dressed up as Peach, and he'll be like, "Yeah, Peach, I love you," and the Koopa will be like, "Oh no, Bowser!" Oh. And the other ones will walk in, which is what reminded me of that Spaceball scene, because it's pretty much identical.
Yep.
And then it'll cut back and he's just doing a Tenacious D song, like ballad about it, while everyone's dying.
That's great.
I couldn't get enough of Bowser.
So Jack Black. So Jack Black.
Yeah. So after the Mario Kart scene, they get separated. Donkey Kong and Mario, who hate each other at this point, end up having to team up. They go back to the Mushroom Kingdom. They save everyone. There's a big fight scene. And that's about it. It was pretty cool. It's about all you need to know.
That's all about
and the Yoshi and the Yoshi egg at the end.
Oh yeah,
after credits,
there is Yoshi
at the end.
Yoshi at
the
end for a sequel.
Yep, they should have just done just a Bowser sequel. I think that would have worked better.
I don't know, man. It seems like
Bowser
they're setting up
spin-off series.
Exactly,
Bowser spin-off series.
Yeah.
I would watch that.
Yep.
Oh yeah, they're going to make 1 million of these movies, especially because now this is the highest grossing animated feature of all time.
True.
Yeah, and like it's already made apparently $650 million.
Jesus.
And doesn't Nintendo like now have their own animation studio from this?
Yes, they do.
They've got their own, so they can just pump it out by themselves.
Yeah.
Is it in collaboration with Illumination, or is it their own?
It was, but now they have their own one.
Yeah, their own one as well.
That sounds interesting, because I'm sure they're going to do every single property they have now that this was a success.
Oh yeah.
That's
Nintendo's such a big franchise and everything like that. Like you got to think now that they can probably do. Was it Zelda as like an animated film?
Oh, they could.
Now
they definitely
will.
will.
Be so good.
They got Metroid was rumored as well.
Oh, Metroid, that would be amazing.
True.
I want to do a Metroid now.
Super Smash Bros.
Nintendo, let me write a Metroid movie.
Super Smash Bros. That'll be like the end game.
Super Smash Bros. Yeah, exactly.
That's the MCU.
Yeah,
dude, that'd be
all
so
the Nintendo
good.
Properties.
The NCU, dude. NCU.
The
Nintendo Cinematic Universe.
Well, I mean,
amazing.
they've already branched out into other movies. I mean, Detective Pikachu was the last Nintendo movie, and that was a success.
That's right.
True.
Yeah,
and they're
being
working on a sequel or trying to work on a sequel.
Yeah, I don't know how that'll
work.
Like
that.
I feel like that was a one-hit movie.
One hit wonder.
For a Detective
No, they're
Pikachu.
legitimately working on a sequel. Like even Ryan Reynolds is coming back.
I don't know how good it will be though, because I mean the first one was pretty good, but I don't know if they can match that a second time. But we'll have to see what they do, because they've got lots they can do. And like I said, this movie doesn't take any risks. It plays it really safe. It's a straightforward Mario story. It doesn't take any risks. Whereas, which is what I like about the original from 1993, is it's all risks and none of them pay off. But I love that. I love that it's all risks. They went like full dystopian, like end of the world. Bowser's just some dude with spiky hair, and he's just like
I need to watch
ruling over a town.
I need to watch this.
Oh, it's great. It's great. Even if you just watch like a couple clips of it on YouTube, Like it's so amazing. Even the designs for the Koopas as well is just ridiculous.
Oh
like,
man, I will
who
give
the
you the
hell
don't
thought of making that film?
don't look up anything, Ben. I'll bring the DVD tomorrow. You can borrow it. It's really it's really good.
Okay.
I love it. Oh, and then
I mean, I've seen
this one.
Pedro Pascal as Mario in that SNL skit thing.
I
just kept seeing
SNL
that.
skit.
I was like,
good.
what?
Yeah.
I was so concerned that was like an actual thing.
Pedro Pascal as Mario.
Imagine that, but crazier, and that's the 1993 movie. You're not prepared for it. Yoshi's a literal like Jurassic Park Velociraptor. It's so good.
Wow.
The Goombas
Very
are
nice.
big dudes with tiny lizard heads. It doesn't.
It makes zero sense.
I love that movie. But yeah, this one, because it doesn't play any risks and it's done so well, it makes me think that for the second one, they're going to just pull out all stops. They're going to take some risks. They're going to do some really cool stuff with it. And it makes me excited for any potential sequels.
It does, yeah.
Oh, yeah. Well, that's the thing, because they've got like so much of the Mario franchise and all the games and what they can do story-wise. They could even do like the whole Galaxies storyline as well and bring in like the other princesses.
Yeah.
Everything. Like, there's still so many more characters that they haven't put in yet.
Yeah, Wario, Waluigi.
Well, yeah, they've already said like Jack Black and Chris Pratt and everything want Wario to be Pedro Pascal.
Yes, please. Oh my word, yes.
Oh no, he should be Waluigi. Oh, they should get Danny DeVito as Wario.
Oh my word.
Yes, that would be great.
Please make it happen.
I mean, they've already got Charlie Day as Luigi, so yeah, just get.
No, I had
Danny
a better
DeVito.
idea. Make Wario Nicolas Cage and Pedro Pascal's Waluigi.
Oh
Bring
my
them back.
word.
Oh my
The
god.
Genius.
They have their own spin-off film as well.
Nintendo hire me. Yeah, Wario World.
Exactly. So obviously there have been other video game based films in past recent years that have done quite well. One of them being obviously Sonic films that did reasonably as well. Amazing as well. So like how would you compare that film to this film? Like are they on the same, or is this one a bit better? Or
this one's definitely better. Definitely better. I think. I don't know. I just like the fact that they kept it animated. I think that's something that, like, especially if you're working from like an animated video game that's not trying to be realistic, you know, it helps that it's animated. You know, Sonic is animated, but then they brought it into real life. And don't get me wrong, incredible movie, amazing, loved it. But like Mario just fits better. It just feels like whole, like a nice little movie. Like it doesn't seem like it's like stretching too far. Like it knows what it can do and knows what it does well in the video games. So let's just make that into a movie. And I think that's what they did really well with this. They were like, okay, this is what makes Mario a good game. Let's just make those good parts into a movie. And they did it really well. And I think that's what makes it like, it's just perfect because they knew what they did well. And so they just did that in a movie form. And that's what really just catapulted this into like a film success, honestly.
Yeah, no, I mean, I agree. I'm one of the few people who didn't like the Sonic movies.
What?
I thought they were kind of weak, honestly.
Dude,
but
they're amazing. You have to like let go. Just let go of all the seriousness. Okay, don't imagine it to be some Oscar.
All right, Joe Rogan, we don't need that hostility here.
I didn't mind the first one, but I really didn't like the second one. I thought the first one was all right, and I thought it was a good start. But yeah, the second one was just weak as, man.
Okay, buddy. Speak for yourself.
But I did like Jim Carrey as Dr. Robotnik. I thought that was probably the best part of those movies. But yeah, no, this one feels leagues above that. Like the Sonic movies, I might give them like, I don't know, 5 or a 6 out of 10. This is a little bit higher than that. We'll get to that at the end. But yeah, no, I feel like this is definitely the strongest of the Mario, Detective Pikachu, Sonic like trilogy of Nintendo-ish kind of films that have come out recently.
That's true. It is.
Just wait until Nintendo sign me on to make a Metroid film. You know?
Okay, buddy.
It's gonna be like modern day aliens.
Hell yeah. So before we get into ratings, I figured I'd spring this little game on you guys. I was thinking we list off some of our favorite other video game movies that have come out over the years, and we compare them to each other.
Ooh.
We We see who's got who. Why don't we let Barry take it away, considering he doesn't have much to say this episode?
True.
Yeah, I've been kind of like sitting laid back a bit here.
Give us your favorites.
Give us your favorites. Okay. Well, I do like me some Lara Croft. I grew up playing those games, so I really like the Angelina Jolie Lara Croft movies that they did back in the early 2000s.
I love the first one.
Mainly because she was hot in it.
Oh my word.
Yeah.
Oh my word.
When she's swinging from like the drapes and stuff.
She's
it's like, hell
swinging.
yeah.
Yep.
Of course.
I didn't mind the recent Mortal Kombat movie that they did.
I didn't like that one. I will say.
Haven't watched
Didn't like
it.
that one?
Haven't watched it.
What? Anything else? What else you got?
And I watched it the other night. Dragon Hunter one.
Dragon Hunter.
What's it called?
Oh, Monster Hunter.
Monster Hunter.
Oh,
Yeah.
That's it.
that one was awful.
No.
I mean, it had a pretty bad ending, but it was like not as worse than I thought it was going to be. Like, I thought it was going to be absolute dog shit.
It had some cool ideas. I'm glad. Yeah, it felt very much like a Resident Evil movie with dragons because it's the same guy.
For sure. Yeah.
Which again, I didn't like those either. They're all bad.
Yeah.
Don't watch any of them. I'm gonna throw some of mine out there. Of course, I love the first Tomb Raider movie. I don't remember the second one. I don't think that was very good. And then the reboot, I thought that was okay. It could have been done better.
That's right. Yeah, they did the reboot.
Yeah, that was a reboot. Some of my favorite video game movies, of course, the 1993 Mario, the 2005 Doom movie with The Rock and Carl Urban.
Yes, I forgot about that one.
I love that movie. It's so bad when it goes into first person and you get the
hospital.
So good. That one's really good. My favorite video game movie would have to be the original Mortal Kombat.
Oh, okay, the 1995 one.
Oh hell yeah, that's such a good movie. I love it. Christopher Lambert of Highlander fame as Raiden and stuff, and it's so good. All the fights in it. It's such a good movie. So goofy. I love it. What else? Street Fighter. That was really good. The live action Street Fighter.
Van Damme.
With Van Damme as Guile.
With Van Damme.
Love that one too. Similar to Mortal Kombat. I'm just trying to look at what else I can think of.
Yeah, I'm looking at a list now of like the top 50 or whatever.
Mortal Kombat.
Don't forget there was the Uncharted film with Spider-Man.
Yeah. Don't remind me. That was awful.
They did Rampage with Dwayne The Rock.
Yeah.
That was based on a video. What else we got? We got obviously Detective Pikachu. Angry Birds. That did quite well.
I liked the first one.
Yes.
I liked Angry Birds.
Incredible.
Haven't seen the second one. First one's pretty good, I will say.
Remember Prince of Persia with Jake Gyllenhaal and Ben Kingsley?
I remember that.
What else we got? And obviously Warcraft as well. I didn't mind Warcraft.
I liked Warcraft. I thought it was cool.
Yeah.
It felt like it didn't do enough, but it felt cool. It needed a sequel. It needed a second part to improve upon that.
And don't forget, guys, Pokemon 3, the movie.
See, I never got into Pokemon. I don't think I've seen any of the movies except Detective Pikachu.
Neither did I.
Yep. I say the same.
And then we obviously had like Assassin's Creed, if you guys watched that.
Oh, I hated that movie. That. It's awful. I was so excited for it when it came out because I was a huge Assassin's Creed fan. I bought a T-shirt before I went and saw it.
Wow.
Yeah.
I was tempted to refund that T-shirt.
Max Payne with Mark Wahlberg. Anybody remember that?
No, thank God.
No.
Okay. What about you, Ben? Do you have any movies based on video games you like?
Well, I don't play that many, obviously, clearly. So the only ones I could say would be literally animated ones or movies that I watched without knowing they were video games. For instance, Tomb Raider, I never knew that was a video game until after. Yep. Same with Prince of Persia. Same with Rampage. Like, I watched those and I was like, oh, okay, that's a movie. And then I was like, oh, wait, that's a game? Okay, that's kind of cool, I guess.
I mean, that's fair enough.
So, yeah. But all the animated movies...
It's the younger generation. And they're not brought up that well.
I'm just not a gamer, dude. I'm just not a gamer. Okay? I'm not a gamer.
Man. I'm a huge Tomb Raider fan, so that would have never happened to me. I have the original PlayStation 1 game sitting on my shelf right over there. So
Wow.
good. Oh, and all of the reboots. I have the special like editions that look like old books and stuff. Oh man, I love Tomb Raider.
I mean, the movie
So
was
good.
pretty good. Like the first movie, like it was good. Like I'll give it props. It was a pretty good movie.
Oh, it's not a
But-
good movie, but it's a great movie.
Okay, buddy.
Hang on. Ben. Are you
Yes.
talking about the one that came out in 2018, or are you talking about the one with Angelina Jolie?
Angelina Jolie.
Oh, okay, good.
Okay.
Yeah.
Like it wasn't like good, but it was like an enjoyable movie, I guess.
Because don't forget, Daniel Craig was in one of them. Mr. Bond before he was
He
Bond.
was.
He was.
Was that the
Which
second
one?
one?
I think he was in the second one.
The
Yeah.
Golden
Probably the second
Circle or
one.
whatever it was called? Yeah. I don't remember
Yep.
that.
I don't
Or,
really remember that one.
Yeah, it's
another
like
one I'm
pre Daniel Craig. It was so weird.
another one I'm going to throw out is have you guys seen the animated Mortal Kombat movies? The
I have
Legends
not.
ones?
No.
If you're a fan
I
of
think
Mortal
I've
Kombat,
seen one.
if you're a fan of Mortal Kombat, you got to check those out, man. By the same studios that do all the DC animated films, but oh god, they're so good.
Ooh, okay.
Oh,
Yeah, really violent and really good, and an interesting take on the story. And they're way better than the rebooted movie that they did, and that's for sure. I really didn't like the new Mortal Kombat. That was bad.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'll take your word for it.
Fair enough. Yeah, don't go watch it.
Yeah.
I won't.
All right. Come on. So final ratings on Mario,
Wait.
guys. Let's do it. Let's
Mario.
do it.
All right,
Okay,
Ben,
you
do
go
you want to
first,
give us?
Clayton.
Oh, okay. All right,
You go
I'll
first.
take it
You
away.
go first.
Mario. Yeah, it was an entertaining, fun 90-minute movie. Entertaining, fun 90-minute movie. Didn't do anything special, but it did everything that it needed to do right. I'm giving it a 7 out of 10. Nice, solid
Okay.
7 out of
Nice.
10.
I'll give it a 7.5, just because.
Oh, just one up here.
No,
Why
no,
not?
no. Purely because if a movie doesn't do anything exciting, but is like holistic, just like this beautiful ball of entertainment, then that's an instant 7.5 for me. Like if a movie is just, it doesn't go out there, doesn't reach for too much, but it just hits. It's just nice. It's a solid movie. You know, not something I'm going to be like, oh my word, guys, you have to watch it. But a movie I can just sit down, switch off and watch. Instant 7.5. And that was what it was. It was just a perfect, entertaining movie. Just a nice 7.5.
No, that's fair enough.
Nice.
Barry,
Nice.
what are you rating the Super Mario Bros. Movie on?
Well,
we'll go a
from
different scale.
Your opinion. Yeah, from your guys' opinion.
Yeah, we'll go on out of 10 how much you'd like to watch it and how much you think you'd enjoy it. What are you rating it?
Well, out of 10 on how much I want to watch it, it's about an 8 and 9. Like I really want to go and see
Okay.
it.
That's
I did
cool.
I was actually going to see it today, but then I realized today's Sunday, and yeah, like I've just had a busy week. But to me, yeah, it sounds like a good film, something I can just watch, enjoy, and I'll probably give it around a 7.
Okay.
By the
Cool.
looks of it, like just from seeing the trailer and everything like that, and what people were saying about it, like yeah, definitely for me because I like grew up playing those games back in the old days, you know, the old man me. And
Yeah. No,
you know, like,
knowing-
I think one of
knowing-
the first ever video games I played was the original Mario. So you know,
Yeah.
Okay.
Knowing how you review stuff and what you would have said about it, I think you would have given it a 7. So I think a 7's a good place to be.
Yeah.
So yeah,
Cool.
I think that concludes
yeah.
our first part of the podcast. What do you say?
And the second part of the podcast, here it comes. As always, we're talking about The Mandalorian.
Let's go.
Second
Let's go.
last
This is the
episode
way.
of season 3. This is the way. Spoiler alert again for everybody. You know, we're talking about Mandalorian. So, chapter 23, The Spies. In today's episode, what happened in today's episode? Elia
Hey.
Kane walks through the rainy backstreets of Coruscant. She meets with a Viper probe droid, which scans her face. Kane sees her designated number, yada, yada, yada. The droid displays a holographic projector of Moff Gideon, who has returned in this
Oh, no.
episode.
Oh,
Kane
no.
reports that the pirates of Navarro had run into trouble with the Mandalorians, and obviously Bo-Katan and the Mandalorians are back on the planet doing things, and a lot of things happen this episode. Like a lot. They go to
Oh, boy.
Mandalore and just Okay, let's start talking about it.
Yeah. Okay, well, let's start off by saying this episode was the best episode this entire season.
True.
And,
Yes, by
That's
far.
amazing.
If you haven't seen
Amazing.
any of the other episodes, don't bother with them. Skip straight to this one. You don't need to know what happens.
Yep. Yep, just watch season
Nothing
2 and go
important
straight to
happens.
this. That's all you need.
Yeah, pretty much. But yeah, no, this one was really well done. Who was the director of this one?
The director for this episode was Rick Famuyiwa.
Oh, family. Yeah,
Sorry
he
that,
did. Sorry about your
mispronouncing that name.
pronunciation. No, he did some of the episodes in the first season. He was another one of the Bryce Dallas Howard's kind of that.
I just
crew.
want to say, Clayton, before we start anything else, for writing this past season, we saw that it was only Jon Favreau doing it.
I was going to point it out.
Dave Filoni
Yeah.
also helped write this episode. So that's the reason why it was probably the best episode.
I will say that fact alone, I saw that at the end of the episode and I went, the Leonardo DiCaprio meme? Wait. He's pointing at the screen.
There it
was
is.
me.
There it is.
I was like, it's good. Yeah, that's why. And it makes me hyped for Ahsoka again, but we can talk about it at the end. We'll get back to this episode.
Yeah.
Oh, so Ben, why don't you take us away with your thoughts on this episode? Thoughts of some events, some experiences, hey, overall.
I am a sucker for the Mandalorians. Like, I am a huge Star Wars nerd, and the Mandalorians, dude, they're my people. They are my people.
Oh, yeah.
It is.
They are my religion.
Yeah, basically, honestly, I love the Mandalorians. This is the way. Everything about them, just like everything, is amazing. And so, just oh my word, like this episode, just having more Mandalorian stuff. Just more Mandalorian fights between more Mandalorians. Dude, just meeting more Mandalorians. Just, oh my word. My brain almost exploded with Mandalorians. And
I think
that's
he
a
likes
good
Mandalorians.
I think so too,
does.
man. I think so. And this episode was solid.
Oh boy. Ben, have I got a show for you to watch? You'll never guess what it's called. You're going to love it.
What is it called? What is it called?
Well, it's called Star Wars: The Bad Batch. No, it's Star Wars: The Mandalorian Season 3. The finale's off to a hell of a start. I will say, I can't wait for Wednesday. But so this one kicks off with somehow Moff Gideon returned, and then we get all sorts of stuff. We get so much stuff this episode.
We do.
We get so much connections to things that I never thought they were going to do. They got the Shadow Council. They got General Hux's dad. They've got
setting up Ahsoka. Thrawn's mentioned.
Oh, they did. Yep.
Setting up Ahsoka.
We get Mandalorian survivors on the planet. We get Skinny Pete.
Skinny Pete. Yeah, that's right. Skinny Pete.
Oh man, and we get the best action all season in this one episode. We get the best storytelling, the best action, and just the best everything in this one episode.
And we get fake Mandalorian fights. Like,
we do.
What more can you want? Mandalorians fighting.
And we get deaths.
Not Mandalorians.
I wanted deaths this episode.
Deaths.
I wanted it. It happened. It was a stupid death, but
I didn't think it was going to happen. I did not think they were going to kill any characters off. I was like, you're not going to do it, Disney. You want money. But they did it. And I was like, you know what? Congrats.
They killed off Paz Vizsla, man. They killed off Jon Favreau.
I know.
It was a stupid way how he died. There are too many of them. I must take them on. I will go with that, and he kills them all. He kills them all.
Yeah, and then the guys show up. Praetorian guards.
Yeah, like dude could have left. Dude could have left like 3 times.
So, do we want to talk about all the connections with the Praetorian guards, what they showed in this, and how it connects to the sequel trilogy?
Oh boy, we can.
It connects to the worst part of Star Wars, but
yeah. Well, here's the thing.
As long as it
since
connects.
the sequel trilogy did so bad, obviously now they've got Jon Favreau and Dave Filoni to come in, and they're basically trying to rewrite Star Wars to make sure the sequels look better. Because
are you telling me that they're going to have
Filoni did the same thing for Clone Wars with the prequels?
That's true. Yep. That's true.
Pretty much. What was that you were going to say, Ben?
Are you telling me that they're going to like completely like just scratch the universe like just before the sequels happen?
No.
Just like
there has been a theory going about that because of things they might be covering in Ahsoka, which I don't know if you guys watch too much of Rebels about the whole worlds between worlds stuff.
I know about it, but
yeah. So they might. I don't think they will, just because they still want to make more films with Rey.
Yeah. They announced a Rey movie. Did you
also see, because they had Star Wars Celebration this past week, they also showed a picture of an alternate ending where Rey was pregnant with Adam Driver's baby.
Yo, that's a baby I want to see. That is a baby I want to see.
Had the Force
It was
baby,
the weirdest
man.
picture I've ever seen. Yeah,
I saw it too,
so
and
somehow
I thought it
she
was
got knocked up.
I thought it was fan made. I thought that was
No,
just
it
like
wasn't.
a fan
It was
art
real.
weird thing.
It was a real thing.
It is
that
weird.
they
It is
apparently
kinda
was going to
weird.
be an alternate ending for the Rise of Skywalker.
You can't see my disgusted face through the podcast, but
Yep.
God, thank God.
So
they
back
didn't
to the
do that.
Mandalorian Chapter 23 anyway. We also had Moff Gideon come back, and he had amazing armor. Mandalorian armor with spikes on it, because Darth Maul spikes.
Yep,
Darth Maul spikes.
Bro has
It was
an
cool.
army
Anything
of,
with spikes in Star Wars is cool.
That's true.
Yeah.
That's true.
Dude has a Beskar stormtrooper army all of a sudden.
It was pretty rad.
They fly now too.
Yeah, they fly now.
They fly now. They fly now.
They fly now.
They fly now.
They fly now, guys.
God. All right, this episode was really good, but again, there was always some small gripes. Paz Vizsla's death felt forced. The stuff with the weird armored stormtroopers felt like it came out of nowhere. I felt like this season should have hinted at that. It should have been building up to this. Should have shown us Moff Gideon stuff instead of the weird other Imperial lady. That her
And
whole
here's the
episode
other thing
led
as
up
well.
to her
That
meeting
all
it.
happens actually at Mandalore as well. Like the planet. This is all happening underneath the planet's surface.
Yeah.
Where before they didn't see any signs of it, whatever.
Yeah, that is
the
kind of weird.
Imperials were there. And then all of a sudden it's like, oh, this big massive base, and they've been here this entire time.
Wait, no, didn't the Mandalorian and what's her name, Bo-Katan, get chased down by Imperial fighters in one of the first episodes?
Yes, they did.
And they didn't know where it came from.
Was that
from the planet? That wasn't Mandalore. That was the
wasn't that
planet
near
that
her?
she was on.
Yeah, but that's
nearby
a
anyway.
moon. That's a moon
It was
near Mandalore.
It was near Mandalore. So
Yeah, so I mean, it kind of hinted at it, not too much, but a little bit at least.
To be fair, they didn't notice the giant dragon in their swimming pool.
Yeah, that's fair.
Yeah.
That is
Oh,
that is a
yeah.
The
fair
mythosaur bursts up in this episode too. I forgot about that. He sticks his head through.
no, that wasn't the
And-
mythosaur.
That wasn't
Wasn't
the
it?
mythosaur.
That wasn't
Wait,
the
what was
mythosaur.
that
That was
then?
another
No.
creature.
That
That was
was-
something
Oh,
else.
I
Yeah,
thought
I
it
forgot what
was
they
because
said
we
it
didn't get
wasn't.
we
No,
didn't
it
see
wasn't.
all of it.
Yeah,
No,
we
that
won't be
wasn't
seeing the
the
mythosaur
mythosaur.
probably not until the last scene of
Right.
this week's episode.
Okay, well they didn't
So,
notice that thing.
They're
so
saving
whatever.
that. They're saving that creature.
There's
Yeah.
multiple giant creatures under the surface of Mandalore, I guess. Sure.
Yeah,
I mean, yeah, it's Mandalore. What do you?
Yeah.
it's
expect?
Mandalore.
Oh,
That's
man.
why I love it. That's why I love it.
This episode is what the start of this season should have been. My rating for
Oh,
this episode is going to be much lower than you guys because of the rest of the season dragging it down.
Yeah, but you can't
hate
compare it. You have to
We can.
look at
Yeah.
it individually. You have to go this episode. Don't compare it to to the rest. Okay, just look at
Don't
this
compare
episode.
it to the rest, Clayton. Just look at this episode. Be like,
It's hard
yes,
not
this
to.
is good for a first
Be
episode.
grateful.
There's only two episodes this entire season. Okay?
Be grateful, Clayton.
Two
Be
episodes.
grateful.
Was this one and next week's one. All right.
Be grateful, Clayton.
And maybe the one where they go to Mandalore with Grievous's cousin. I'll accept that one as an episode.
Yeah, I'll accept that one too. Yep.
Yeah.
All right. The 3-episode season. Okay, not bad for a 3-episode season. Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah, not bad at
Exactly.
all.
Exactly.
But yes, obviously they were setting up things for the upcoming Ahsoka series as well by adding the Thrawn name drop because apparently he's going to be
Name
that
drop.
big
Name
bad
drop.
weapon.
He is pretty cool.
I would not be surprised in next week's episode we're going to see him. We're going to be seeing Thrawn.
I don't think so.
You think so?
No.
I think he's going to pop out as a hologram or something talking to
Ooh.
Moff Gideon. I was surprised they didn't do it during
Or
this
maybe-
cancel meeting. I thought all of a
maybe a
sudden,
hologram.
like there's a giant head of Thrawn was going to pop up in the middle of that meeting.
I
And
reckon
just be
if,
like,
yeah.
put him in his place a bit.
If they do that, I reckon it'll be an after credits scene, similar
It will
because
be, yeah.
Mando season 2 ended with a link to Book of Boba Fett. It ended with the after credits
That's
scene,
right.
basically the start
That's
of Book
right.
of Boba Fett. So that wouldn't
yep.
surprise me if they do that with this season, which I'd be fine
Yep,
with. I
yep.
kind of don't want Thrawn to show up in Mando because
That's
I
true.
want them to hone this little story first and just have Ahsoka start as Ahsoka. I don't want this
Yep.
season to be like, oh, well, none of it mattered because Thrawn's here now, so you guys are going to watch the next thing. I want this to be its own little thing, which it's. I mean,
Yeah.
it's not going to be. It's the Mandalorian. They're all hint. Did you see they're linking all the shows into a movie in about 6 or 7 years too? All the Mando shows.
I saw that.
Ugh.
Yeah.
It's too much, man. It's too much.
They should just fire Daisy Ridley. Just get rid of her. We don't need another
She's not
Rey.
in that movie.
Yeah, but we don't need another Rey, okay? I'm annoyed about
No,
this. We
I
don't
didn't-
need Rey.
It's all right. We'll
That's
just
the
put Dave
thing.
Filoni in charge of all of Lucasfilm. Everything will be so
Can
much better.
Can we do that? Can we do that? We should have Star Wars fan votes.
It's kind of
on who
You
chose
can
happening
who.
at the
only do
moment
so
because a
much.
certain someone is leaving. Hopefully, at the end of the year, that's running
True.
the company.
I did hear
Kathleen?
that. I did hear that. I
Ooh.
did hear that.
Hey. No, I
Good
will
news,
say
guys.
I don't mind Ray. I will say
Oh my,
it's a
you're
hot
wrong.
take.
You're wrong.
I
You're
thought
wrong.
she was all right. I like The Force Awakens. After that, the writing was what did her wrong. Daisy Ridley as an actor is really good, and Ray as a character could have been really good.
She could have, but it's
Could have
already
been.
been ruined.
Could
It's
have
like
been.
if you
Same
want
with
to.
Finn.
Every single character from the sequels could have been so much better.
Yeah, Force
Everything about
Awakens
those
set it
films
up.
could have been so much more better.
Except BB-8. BB-8 was pretty spot on, and I did like Kylo Ren up until the end.
That's true. But Force Awakens
Yeah.
set it up perfectly, okay? But the
Oh,
other
yeah.
two just ruined it.
Yep,
They
yep.
ruined
Yeah.
The Force Awakens. The Force Awakens
Yep.
wasn't a great movie, but it was good because it had so much possible ways to go. It was a good, nice, solid foundation. And then they decided to build the rest of the trilogy out of absolute nothing. Okay? There was nothing there. It was disgusting. Disgusting.
Oh, come on, they fly now.
All right. Yeah, they fly
True,
now.
they
you know?
fly now.
Yeah,
They fly now.
now.
Yeah, we
So
always
also
forget
going
that.
back to the Mandalorian again. So I've seen a theory popping around the internet around Moff Gideon's character because you know how he's got like the Mandalorian armor and stuff like that, and you know he's got the
Yes.
spiky helmet stuff.
Yes.
A lot of people are speculating that he might have been one of the original Mandalorians during the Clone Wars that served under Darth Maul.
He could be.
Oh.
That would make sense. That would make sense.
Because where would he get that
Mm.
spiky helmet made out of Beskar?
That would make
They
sense.
only
probably
made
from
him during the time when Darth Maul was ruling Mandalore.
Okay,
That
I'm
would
sure
make
someone
sense.
can put spikes on a helmet. They made a whole armor like for a division of stormtroopers.
I mean, you know, they want to bring Darth Maul back somehow.
That would be
no.
cool.
I told you. I called that. Somehow
You
Darth Maul.
called that.
I was
You
right.
called that.
I was right. They're bringing Darth Maul back.
But I won't complain
Oh.
about that. As long as he's good, I won't complain about that. I don't care how stupid he comes back. If he comes back and he's cool, I don't care.
He's a
Okay?
Force ghost.
Dude, that'll be sick. In a Mandalorian armor. Oh, sick. That'd be cool. Stupid, but cool.
They're gonna reveal that the crab eye creature was actually Darth Maul's eye that survived.
Oh my, that
He-
makes sense.
He
It
got
makes
away on
sense.
Tatooine. He come back to the
Exactly.
power of the Force.
They
Power
make
of
Wait a
the
sense.
minute.
Force.
Palpatine in Rise of
Dark
Skywalker is
side
actually
leads
just
to
Darth
many
Maul.
things.
That's
Oh,
amazing.
But yes, obviously we saw more cloning chambers as well of
That's true.
what
We
Moff
did.
Gideon was
We
trying
saw
to
the
do.
Snoke chambers. They were
Saw the Snoke
spot on
chambers.
the Snoke chambers.
And obviously, the Mandalorians all teaming up from both sides as well this episode because we had people from Death Watch and people from the normal people and everything.
Night
We had
Owls.
everything this episode.
The
Yeah.
Night Owls
The
and
little-
the Mando.
Night Owls,
the, what are they called? What's Mando's crew?
They don't have
something,
a specific name.
No, they do. They
Yeah.
do. They do.
Yeah, they do. Covenant.
It's like no court or something. Yeah, they're all coverts, but it was
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
I
they
can't
were
remember.
part of
But
the
no,
covert.
they do have a name. They have their
And then
own
obviously,
name.
we saw the scavengers as well that had just been
Children
surviving
of the
on
Watch.
Mandalore this
The
entire time.
Children of the
Children of the
Watch,
Watch.
yeah.
That's it.
Anyway. Yeah, what were you saying, Barry?
And then it was the scavengers as well. We had
Yep.
just on their little sail barge, been surviving on Mandalore for like I don't know how many years somehow.
somehow.
Yeah, they were just kind of chill. They're like, "Do you guys have any food?"
We need food. We haven't eaten in 20 years.
And
was
Baby
really
Yoda got
funny.
his armor, guys. Remember that?
Oh,
Baby Yoda
got
gets his armor. I totally
He
forgot
got his
about that. We
armor.
didn't talk about that.
Oh,
was
Barry, take us
amazing.
away.
He got his, what are they calling it now? What's the new issue number for it?
They just put
IG-12. That's it.
not how that works, but okay.
Yeah. Right. Baby Yoda's got his power armor. He's basically like Krang from Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
True.
Honestly,
True.
that's the best thing that they've done with IG-11 since he died. When they were just going to bring him back, this is honestly the smartest decision they could have done for Grogu in terms of furthering his character. Because
Yes.
they don't have to make him talk.
Yes.
They don't have to age him up.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah,
Yes.
just
it
gave
was, it
him-
was very smart.
Yes.
They just gave him a button. He can say yes or no, and he can like punch Mando now and steal fruit. Oh,
Amazing.
that's so good.
Well, that's the thing. 'Cause a lot of people
That's
were
perfect.
saying because of this now that obviously they're gonna have Taika Waititi doing more voice lines and like gonna program to what Grogu actually like thinking. So it sounds like it's Grogu talking, but it's gonna sound like Taika Waititi.
Yes, please. Yes.
Okay,
Oh my word.
I kind of
Through the
prefer if
robot.
he just said the two words, yes and no, and that's all he had, because then we still get the Grogu kind of like facial emotion. I don't want them to take away from that, because that was a big part of his character, being not able to talk,
Yeah.
because he conveyed all of his emotions through his face. But
True.
I'm honestly surprised that the IG-11 thing actually they pulled it off, because I thought it was going to be so stupid and annoying.
It still is kind of stupid if we're
It
being
is
honest.
stupid,
But in a good way.
Yeah.
It works.
Yeah,
and
good old
Babu
Star
Freak
Wars
did it.
again. It's working.
Yeah.
And Babu
It's
Freak did it
working.
as well.
For now.
Yep.
For now, it's working.
Baby, not touchy. Squeeze.
Oh. No squeezy.
Bad,
no,
bad
no.
baby.
Oh, I love Babu Freak. He's the best part
yeah,
of
Babu
Rise of
Freak's pretty
Skywalker,
cool.
man.
He is
Yeah,
pretty
love
cool.
yeah.
him. Oh, what else happened this episode? Is there anything else we need to talk about?
I feel like that's really about everything. We covered quite a bit of
I've
that.
heard there's some theories. That the armorer is a spy.
Yes, I've also seen that as well.
I've heard that.
Apparently, she served under Maul during the Clone Wars because that's the reason why she's got also the spikes on her helmet.
Yes,
That's the
I'm like,
stupidest thing I've
please
ever heard.
no.
That is
I mean,
the
it could
stupidest thing I've
happen.
ever heard.
It
Maybe
could
the
happen.
I mean, it could
armorer
happen.
is Darth Maul.
Oh my word! No,
No, and that's the
no.
reason why he wants to
Oi.
like repent or whatever.
No.
Because like she like served under Maul and then realized, oh wait a minute, like I did some bad stuff
No, that's
and now I need
stupid.
to repent.
They
I
shouldn't
mean,
have...
that would make sense, and they don't need to mention that.
No, it
but some
wouldn't.
people think that like she's actually like backstabbing all the Mandalorians,
Why?
and she's the reason. And the fact that she was like, "Oh, let's all get together and we can go back to the Mandalore," is so that Moff Gideon could take them all out. And
Well, they
she's
do
actually
keep
evil.
saying, what Bo-Katan does keep
Mm.
saying, that there was the Mandalorians turning on one another against one another is what led to the downfall of their planet.
True.
I really hope that's not the case, man. Because
There's like
the
a big
So do I.
backstep like that. Because we also forgot to mention as well that the Mandalorian, Din Djarin himself, gets captured at the end of the episode.
He does.
Oh,
he does.
yeah. We forgot. We're ending on a cliffhanger into
does.
the finale, boys.
Ending on a cliffhanger, yeah.
It's Bad Batch all over
He got-
again.
Oh no, someone's gonna die again.
Someone will die. Someone
No,
will
not
die.
Tech.
99.
Not again. Not again.
In the
Don't
background,
make
you
me
just see
do
Tech
it.
falling down. So sad.
Oh.
Oh, so sad. Rip Tech. I
RIP.
miss you, Tech.
We do.
We love you, Tech.
Oh.
We do. We
Oh,
do.
so good. Yeah, what do you guys think's going to happen in the finale? I think that's a good segue.
Anything
want-
can
Yeah,
happen.
What do you want to happen in the finale, Ben?
I want it to end
What?
well.
You know what? That's fair.
Fair.
What about
fair.
you, Ben?
As long as they have some more Mandalorian stuff happen, honestly, I'm okay with anything. As long as they don't like take it back to Coruscant and like spend it is away. But as long as they don't like spend like half an hour on Coruscant going on about that spy on Coruscant, I'm happy. Like they just need to focus on
Oh.
the Mandalorians and Din Djarin and how he's gonna get out of it, and just the Mandalorians. Just focus on what the show's called, and I will be happy. I will be very, very, very happy.
You know what they should do? Halfway
What?
through the
What
episode,
should
they should cut back and Jack Black is singing a song about Grogu.
Yes, please. Oh my
Grogu,
word.
Grogu,
Yes.
Grogu.
Oh my word.
Yes.
The fact that Jack
That
Black's
is what I
character
want.
in Star Wars didn't do too much. Sad. Devastating. He
I
had so
like
much
Jack
potential.
Black. They
He
shouldn't
should
put
have
him
been
in
the Mandalorian.
He should. Oh my word. That would have been
Oh,
amazing.
God.
Yes.
The
You'd have,
armor
like,
is...
the dynamic. Oh my word. Of that
They should have
show
made him
would
a
be so
robot.
much better.
Any
I'm
famous
sure they
person.
can. I'm
Sure
sure
they
they
can in
can.
the future.
I don't know if... No, they should have just made him voice a robot in the show and not just be Jack Black, because it would have been so much better.
Maybe.
Yeah, but no.
Yeah.
Well, I suppose I should say what I think and want
You
to
probably
happen
should.
in the
You
finale.
should.
I want more deaths. I want the tension to be max.
I want Bo-Katan to die.
I'm going to be honest with you. I do want Bo-Katan to die. I want
Okay,
Bo-Katan to
fair.
die rescuing Din, and I want Din having to take up the Darksaber and ride the Mythosaur
Yes.
to fight
Grogu
like
will
shit.
take the Darksaber.
Yes.
Let Grogu take the Darksaber, okay?
He can
Trust
use
me,
it now,
Grogu-
yeah.
Yeah, Grogu will pick the Darksaber and will kill someone. It'll be sick. So everyone's going to be dead, and Grogu's just going to be in the middle of the battlefield, and he'll grab
He
the
is
Darksaber.
the Mandalorian.
No.
Exactly.
No,
It'll
but in all
end.
honesty, I want Moff Gideon to die. I want this
No,
to be the end
but
of his
he's
character.
such a good character.
Yeah. No, we
That's
need to
what
get
I
rid of
want
him.
it to
We need to
end.
get rid of him. Move on.
He's been in it for 3 seasons. His plans haven't worked up until then. I need it to end, and I need it to
Okay.
end
And
with
that's
him
the thing, because
doing
they're
something
setting up
important, like killing
Thrawn as
Bo-Katan.
well.
Yeah, he
Because
can't
I
have
Thrawn's for
honestly
Ahsoka.
think that there's going to be Thrawn in next week's episode, because he's going to be like the big bad guy probably for the next
Ooh.
few shows coming up.
What if Thrawn just shows up and kills Moff Gideon at the end?
That would be
That's
sick.
his entrance.
That'd be such
That
a
would be
Thrawn
sick.
thing to do as well.
Thrawn's
It
like,
would be.
you failed me, and then kills him. That would
Yep.
fit. That would work.
That would fit. That would work really well.
Yeah,
Thrawn
like
takes the Darksaber.
Oh my
You know,
word,
in the
yes.
Clone Wars, when Palpatine shows up to Darth Maul and Savage when they're on Mandalore, and Palpatine's just like, "You guys suck," and like kills Savage and like almost kills Maul. That's what I want Thrawn to come and do to Gideon.
That would be cool. That would be cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll give you props for that.
Yeah, see? Disney, hire me.
Cool. Yeah. All right, guys. So we're coming to that end of today's episode. So final thoughts on this week's chapter of The Mandalorian.
Amazing.
Ooh.
Amazing.
So Ben, if you want to go first and then give it a rating.
Okay. Incredible. Honestly, Mandalorian. Like, it's the title of the show. It's what you need in the show. Disney, just give me more of that and I will give you money. I already do, but I want it to be worth it, please. Just more Mandalorian stuff. So this episode, definitely the best so far. Easily the best. I'd give it an 8.5.
8.5.
8.5.
Nice.
It's not a 9 because, the rest of the season has kind of sucked.
Yep.
If the rest of the season had been good and just leading up to this incredible episode, easily would have been a 9. Easily. No doubt. But an 8.5 because the episode by itself, because you got to be positive. By itself, incredible.
Nice.
Yeah, no, that's fair. Barry, why don't you go next?
I will go with it was good. Like everyone's saying, it is literally the best episode. Like just watch this. Watch season 2. Come and watch this. You'll understand what's going on because it's got Moff Gideon in it as well. Everyone's back. Everyone's doing cool things. I am giving this episode an 8, which is the highest I have given anything this past season.
It is. Really? It is the highest.
The highest I've given is an 8 as well, and that was for episode 3, I think, the one with Grievous's cousin.
Yeah.
I think that was what I gave an 8. Everything else, has been awful.
True.
But yeah. No, this was a really enjoyable episode of Mando. This is the peak of the season, and that's not saying much, but it's a really high peak. It is levels above everything else that we've seen this season. It was honestly building up to a climactic finale, and it gets me really hoped and hyped that they will nail it. I have faith in the finale now. I didn't last episode. Last episode, I had no faith.
No.
And now I have lots of faith, and that's really impressive in itself. So I'm going to give this a 9 out of 10. I'm sitting on a 9.
Woo, a 9.
Wow. I thought you were going to go low. I thought it was going to be low.
I thought it was going to be like a 7 or something like that.
Oh, yeah. Well, you wait till my season review next week, but this episode on its own is a 9. It's a 9.
That's nice. That's cool.
It's fair.
That's cool.
It's fair.
Because of how much better it is than the rest of the episode.
And we can all thank and praise Dave Filoni for this episode.
Round of applause.
Thank you, Mr. Filoni.
Round of applause for Dave Filoni. Round of applause. Okay.
He is the saving grace.
I think that wraps up this week's episode.
I think
it does
too. Well, thank you, Ben, for joining us on this episode
All good.
of
It has
We
been
Talk
my
Film.
pleasure.
Yeah, man. We'll welcome you back anytime. We'll try and get some
Let's
guests
go.
on every now and then. Keep up with the changing it up. Keep up with the new episodes, new things, new people, new things to listen to keep you guys entertained. And I think that's it from us. Listen to the podcast wherever you find podcasts. Follow us on Instagram. We have an Instagram now. So if you guys are listening and you're
we're
not,
cool. We're hip. We're young.
we are. We post our
Yeah.
reviews and everything on there. So follow us on that. And was there anything else that I needed to mention, Barry?
That is all for today, good sir.
All right. Well, see you guys on the next one.
Yeah.
See ya.
Bye, folks. Peaches, 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 peaches.
Peaches.
It's a me, a Mario.